Hey guys, it's Sunday and it's time for my mental health vlog. This week has been up and down. So we'll talk a little bit about the house in Katy because that's been the biggest source of stress for me for the past several months. And unfortunately, the co-owner of the house has made it more difficult at almost every turn, from lying about getting his stuff out of the house to, for a month or month and a half before I was able to even get in to see how bad it was, to the past 2 months that I have spent with my ex and support from friends and stuff, cleaning and moving and selling stuff that was in there and clearing out and having stuff hauled away, having repairs done to the house, painting, replacing carpet, fixing floors, all just to get ready to sell it. And the other owner of this house has just thrown wrenches and roadblocks every step of the way, making it harder for us to get this done and taking it so much longer than it should have. The water's been shut off twice. Once, one of those times was today. We found that out. This week I had the carpet installed. I had the house cleaned professionally, which meant it was ready to be photographed, listed, and done. That was the last thing I had to do, was get it cleaned. Got it cleaned. It was expensive. Got it cleaned. So we were in Katy today, so we decided to pop in, put a lockbox on, and just see what kind of job the cleaning crew did. And while we were in there, the cleaning crew did a decent job. And I went to rinse some stuff out of the tub upstairs because it hadn't been drained all the way. And once it drained, I went to turn the water on to rinse the water out. And sure enough, the water was turned off again. It's not like he's intentionally turning it off. He's just not paying the bill to keep it active. So called, left a voicemail. It's just so frustrating. It's to the point where I don't like talking negatively about him on the vlog, but it's a huge source of mental stress for me. It's affecting my mental health. It's affecting my health. I'm not sleeping well. I'm stressed out. I'm getting knots in my body from the stress and the pain, and it's I really thought I was done on Monday when I got that text from the cleaners. I really thought I was done. And today I just got kicked in the balls again. I need this house to be done. I need it to be filed away. I need that chapter closed. I need to be able to move on. And I need help from someone that I'm not getting it from, because they either don't care or don't want to think about it, or, and this is a stretch, but it's so possible, he is doing all this to punish me. And the more I think about that, the more accurate I think it is. He is doing everything he can to make this process as miserable as possible for me, because I'm the only one doing anything. I'd like to think that's not the case. I try to think the best in people, but at this point, it can't be coincidence. I had my son this weekend, all weekend, which was great because I didn't get to see him last weekend because of the scheduling conflict. Picked him up at Taekwondo on Friday after we watched him do his classes. Ordered some pizza Friday night, and by the time we got home and had pizza, it was time for him to go to bed. So we watched a little bit of TV together, and then he went to bed. And on Saturday, he had some sentences to write because he did get in trouble this week. So he did some sentences, and he wasn't real happy about it. But I mean, he's not supposed to be happy. It's a discipline. It's a punishment. After we got his sentences done, we went to the Arboretum for Halloween, and it was a lot of fun. It was a little pricier than I was hoping to spend, but it was a great afternoon. A little sprinkle here and there from the storm, but it was breezy. It was nice. I mean, it was warm, but it wasn't horrible. But we got to see some food trucks. We got to see a petting zoo and horse rides, and lots of great costumes from kids and adults alike, and it was a lot of fun. And I have a friend of mine who is an artist and had an art tent set up to sell his work, and we got to see him. And my son found a piece of art of a tarantula that he wanted, and I didn't buy the original because I can't afford that, but I bought him a print of it. And he seemed really happy. And that's not being hung up in my house because everyone knows I don't do spiders at all. Fake ones for Halloween, fine. Real ones, nope. Only good spider's a dead spider. After the event, we came back to the apartment or the house. We took a nap. We cleaned up. Then we went and got a little bit of dinner and went to a concert Saturday night. It is the new Pride Houston Chorus, which is a combination. It used to be the Gay Men's Chorus of Houston and the Bayou City Women's Chorus, and they've now officially merged and changed their name. And they were putting on a Halloween concert. I love Halloween, and I figured it would be something fun for to do with my son. So my boyfriend and I went with my son to the concert. We met a friend of ours, and I used to actually be in that chorus, so I knew a couple of people, and I did see some people in the audience that I used to sing with, so that was nice too. And then I had forgotten to give my son his afternoon ADHD pill, so he was a little squirrely at the concert, but overall he did okay. Not great, but okay. And then we came home and it was late when we got home, so he sat in his bed and read for a little bit. Oh my God, speaking of him reading, I guess last time he was here, there were some books on the shelf he didn't see, and one of the most important books to him is Puff the Magic Dragon, because I used to read that and sing that to him almost every night when I tucked him in. So when he saw it on the bookshelf, his face lit up and he was like, "Oh, you found it!" My heart just absolutely melted in my chest. I just was so happy that he saw it and he remembered that connection. He remembered me tucking him in every night and singing it to him. So I really loved that. That made me very happy. Spending time with my son always makes me happy. And then today, he and my boyfriend made sloppy joes for lunch. So my boyfriend is a really good cook and chef and baker, which is weird to be both. But so he taught my son some knife skills and made some sloppy joes with big chunks of vegetables in it, which normally my son, wouldn't eat, but he ate some because he made it. So he had a little bit of pride in it, but it was great to have them cooking together again. And he's really good. He's really good. My boyfriend said he's a natural. So that's awesome. And I'm glad he's learning some life skills that are super handy because I never really got taught how to cook. My dad is the primary cook, and I never really had interest in spending time or bonding with him as a kid. And my mom, I love you, bless your heart, you just had some cooking issues. 2 words, gray chili. She's gonna hate me and kill me for that. But I never really learned. So a lot of the stuff that I've learned over the years, I've taught myself. And there have been some hits, there have been some misses. But I'm thrilled that my son's getting those skills taught to him now by someone who's excellent at it. What else happened this week? I officially changed my sponsor for SAA. I'm working with a new sponsor. I just sent him today my first step and my circles for SAA. The circles indicate your behavior, what's acceptable, what's dangerous, and what's absolutely off limits. So I sent those to him so he can kind of see where I am to date. What I've gone through, so he can have a better idea of my story so that he can help me with my steps the best he can. Speaking of SAA, the topic this week was really powerful, and it kind of hit all of us. And it was talking about time that your addiction or your addict takes from you. And I thought about how much I would spend on the apps, planning, communicating with people with the intention of hooking up, time I would spend traveling, sneaking around, time I would spend covering my tracks, making up stories, making up lies, and having to keep those lies straight for years. Often defending myself, knowing that I was guilty. But what really hit me the hardest was thinking about the time with my son, when he would be sitting on my lap watching TV with me while I'd be on my phone, just out of sight of him, talking to guys on Growler or Scruff, or when we went to Disney several years ago, and I spent my time at Disney with my family on my phone, planning hookups. And I think the reason why it affected me so much is because here I am now, only getting to see my son once a week, if that. Fighting for more time, trying to get more time, enjoying the little bit of time I have with him now, and trying to make the most out of it when my addict took it for granted. There's a lot of time I spent before my son. I wish I could have that time back. I wish I could have, there's a lot of things I wish. But what hits me the most, what hurts the most, is the time I lost with my son, the time that my addict took away from me. I'll never get it back. So now all I can do is just do as much as I can with the time that I have and be the best parent I can be. Like I say, my goal is to be better today than I was yesterday. And there were some times this week I was not my best self. Twice today, 3 times today, just from frustration and anger. But I need to be the best me I can be. I need to be the best papa I can be for my son. I need to be the best version of myself for everyone that I love that's in my life. They deserve the best version of me, and I deserve the best version of me too. So, enjoy the time you have. Make sure you're making the most of it. You'll never get it back. You'll never get it back. All right, I've got to go. I've got some work I got to try and get done while there's a shred of daylight left, and I just have a lot to do tonight. But I wanted to make sure I had the opportunity to get my vlog done because it's Sunday and it's important because it's part of my self-care. I'm getting a massage on Monday. So excited. I haven't had a massage in decades. That's not true. Years. But that's not true either. About a year. But I got a gift certificate for Father's Day, and I finally have time to use it. Okay, guys. Oh, by the way, the little thing on my hand that I talked about last week, they are going to cut me open and remove it on November 5th. So the doctor doesn't know what it is, and the only way to find out what it is to remove it and have it biopsied. So it's supposed to be a very simple in-house procedure. I'll let y'all know how that goes after it's done. Check on your friends, make sure they're doing okay. Go to a Halloween party with them with a mask on. Check on your family, make sure they're doing okay, and most importantly, check on yourself. Make sure you're doing okay. Do your self-care. Do your self-care. I have not been doing mine enough, and it's starting to show. So, and my therapist yelled at me this week about that. So, do your self-care. Take care of yourself. I love you. I will chat with you guys next week. Bye. Next week's Halloween. Ooh, wait, is Halloween on Sunday? Halloween's on Sunday. Halloween vlog. Fun. Okay. All right, bye.